ABS.
You know, the ABS is full of a lot of grammar and all that. But right now it's reggae time. You see what I say? And we're going to speak some patois. You understand me? We're going to talk some reggae early this morning. Now, the main reason why King Legacy is here is that we have two superstars in Ghana right now. They touched down Ghana. That was yesterday. Yesterday in the morning, around 4 a.m., I was up. I was on the road, to Kuchuku International Airport to meet Duane Stephenson. Right after that, went back again and pick up Kenyatta Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, there is one special thing about, these two superstars. You know what I mean? Kenyatta Hill shares the same Xtra with Bob Marley. You know what I mean? Now, talking about Duane Stephenson, he's been a great writer for a lot of artists undercover. And Duane is not the type of artist that talks a lot. Now, let me give you a joke. Last year, I was in Jamaica, and I want to say big respect to Asaase Radio for taking me to Jamaica last year. Now, linking up a lot of artists, playing their songs on radio, up and down here and there. And then me being in Jamaica now, starting calling artists that your legacy is in the place. A lot of them run hide. You can't believe it. Duane Stephenson drove all the way from Augustown, came to my place at Ligani, parked for some time for me to go shower and freshen up, took me out, drove me around Kingston, took me to, the legendary Penthouse Records, introduced me to Mr. Donovan Jermaine, took me into the studio and said, Sugar, you know what? This is why Legacy I push you never give Legacy no doublet yet. Stepping at the booth. And Father Donovan Jermaine was like, yo, listen, go and do it. And even with that, Duane had to direct and all that. I would like to say big respect to Duane. I have to give him his flowers for treating Legacy like a king whilst in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Now, listen. This is my first time one-on-one with Kenyatta Hill. But yesterday, as I met with him, he said, Legacy, don't come to me and introduce yourself to me, man. I want to you, Legacy. Legacy, me know you long time. Stop that. Don't do that. I say, all right. So it means that we are one family. Now listen, from Reggae Month into Ghana Month, you understand me? And in Ghana, on your settings on Asaase Radio, we are celebrating Ghana reggae music. So it is just right that I have this two great artists in front of me early this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go and welcome Duane and also Kenyatta Hill. Duane, Kenyatta.
Blessings of brother. Greetings. We're here.
Wow, go on, family.
Yeah, man, we're there. It's such a joy to be back home after so long not being here.
Definitely. Yeah, Duane, your first time coming to Ghana.
Yeah, man.
Talk to me about the experience.
Listen, being in Ghana is like landing in Jamaica, the vibe, the energy is basically the same, and definitely the food is parallel, you know what I mean? Because a lot of what we do in Jamaica is that the place that is closest to Jamaican food would be in Ghana because of the similarities, and a lot of the styles that we cook in and whatever came from here. So it's very homely, you know what I mean?
When I was in Jamaica, there is one thing I realized in terms of the similarities.
Yeah.
I see people and I'm like, yo, you have your twin sister or your twin brother in Ghana. Did you see the same thing over here in terms of the similarities and all these things?
Yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? It is very evident that the African country that has the most in terms of effect in Jamaica are in terms of familiarity, in terms of how we live, how we speak, and definitely how we eat. It's Ghanaian, you know what I mean? And anybody that knows anything about lineage and the knowledge of the food and the traits or whatever know that this is true.
Kenyatta, let me find out from you. Duane is saying something. I don't know whether you share the same sentiment with him.
It's the same. Trust me, legacy. Trust me. It's like, it's no different. I mean, the way we act and the way we think. And I tell people all the time, like, if we should really do a background check of our ancestors and our ancestry, most of us from Jamaica, we're from Ghana.
Of course.
We are.
Which is right.
Yeah. But one thing, like I see, them kill me with the spices in the bird and their food. They mash up the head, I swear. But man, the food is to die for. The cuisine is great.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. All right. So before we step into serious business, there is this argument out there, and I am glad that I have Duane, who is also a high vocalist and a tutor in the music space, and then yourself. Now there is this issue of people saying that reggae is Jamaican, but it is rooted in Africa. Do you two share the same sentiment?
Yeah, listen, the rhythms of Jamaica started with drumming. Nabing is the most original, and the thing running back the longest in our history, and that's drumming. That is directly something that was brought over from Africa amongst the slave. We use it back in the days to actually to speak to each other, things that we couldn't actually vocalize because of oppression. You understand? And everything that we do move from there being good, and it moves into different rhythm. Then we started doing a thing called like Mento and Dinky Mini. It was the dance that goes with it, and that is basically us mocking the British, trying, we put on the big clothes and try to look like them, and mock the big celebrations.
The big celebration.
And then the mockery, it evolved into something else after we got tired of that and move on. We were seeking identity. And all of that came right up, through the different stages from that to even the scare parallel. Then we did a lot of Rocksteady, which had a lot of influence to Black American music, which is also rooted in Africanism. Then we decided to, take it a step back and put a little checker. The virgin that actually came up with the checker guitar that's so powerful in reggae music is Trinidad that man come from. You understand? So you understand the collaboration that was brought into reggae. So there is no doubt that the seed of reggae music, was planted first here and then taken with us into Jamaica. So there's no lie about that.
It is the truth, because no legacy. To be honest, I have to agree with Duane 100%, because everything that we know was brought from Africa with us, and it was taught over the years through our ancestors and handed down. So with all that, we as the young generation now, it's for us to nurture what we have learned and pass it on to the next generation. Not just pass it on, but to maintain the roots.
All right.
Not divert.
All right. Queen Africa said something about a few weeks ago when I interviewed her on this platform. She said, I asked her the same question, and she said, if reggae is rooted in Africa, then Africa must stand up for it. Do you agree with her?
Yes.
All right.
The reason why I agree with her, my thing is, the struggles that we face in Jamaica, it's just the same as here.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So there has to be people like the Duane Stephenson, the Queen Africa, Kenyatta, Taurus Riley, whomever, to speak. Because some people, I would say they're not voiceless, but they're afraid.
All right.
And if you're a warrior, then you die for what you believe in.
All right.
Which is equal rights and justice for every man.
All right. Kenyatta, let me ask you this question. Like how the Marleys are pushing their father's legacy, and they're all over the place. When I've been to Jamaica, been on the grounds, did some research, and everywhere is Bob Marley. And sometimes people get cross and angry with that. That how come we have the great this, we have the great that? How come always Bob Marley? You understand me? And I must commend you of holding the torch of your father's legacy and pushing the agenda. How has it been so far in terms of standing in the forefront of culture and pushing the agenda? Is there any fight?
No, I get a lot of support. I get a lot of support, yeah. A lot of support. Even before I started singing, me and Duane Stephenson go way back when I was an engineer in the studios. We used to do a lot of work in the studios together.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we got some recording to do. I'm here, let's do it. You know what I mean? But there is no fight. I mean, yeah, you got people who be like, oh, you need to do more, you need to do more. I'm like, time is the master for everything.
Definitely.
When it's my turn, nothing can stop it.
All right. But you sounded the same way as your father.
I don't know what to say about that. Like,
there is no difference.
I don't know what to say about that. I mean, all I can say is, like, in Jamaica we say the chip not fly far from the block.
Yeah.
You understand that the leaf don't go far from the tree. So.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 45 going into the 9 a.m. in the morning on the ABS. My name is King Legacy. You know, on behalf of the ABS team. I nearly said yeah settings. Duane, talk to me now.
Yes, sir.
The main reason why you touched on Ghana. The main reason why you are in Ghana.
Yeah, Kuchuku Roots Festival. You know what I mean? It's something that is, I think for me, the visit is way overdue. And I was just looking for the right opportunity to come here. And, you know, when this one presented itself, it was a definitely yes. And, you know, the fact that I come and work with our brother too, it did help a bit. You know what I mean? Because the last time I was supposed to come here, a lot of drama went down, all sorts of thing, and then it just didn't work out because, of course, I couldn't take my people in a situation of uncertainty. That was not the case in terms of this, you know what I mean? And I think I just wanted to be here to sing for the Ghanese massive. I think it's, as I say, way overdue.
Way overdue.
Long time, man. Way overdue.
For doing to touch down the place and
Yeah,
show
man.
the people them want to go on.
Yeah,
Wow.
Just love through the music, you know what I mean? And I've always gotten a lot of support from here. And in areas that I get a lot of support, I always want to be present to represent to say, listen, your support has not gone
Unnoticed.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Mr. Heel. When you got the call to step to Ghana for this Kuchuku Roots Festival, how was the feeling? You've been here with your father, right?
Yes, I've been here quite a number of times with my dad, but
All right.
like for me to come and perform
Like you alone in person,
me
and the
alone in
lead singer
person
for the culture
for the
band.
culture band, it's exciting, ecstatic. I'm overjoyed. You know, like Duane say, it's long overdue. My last time here was 2019 when I just passed through on my way to Cote d'Ivoire. But now we're here to represent and to sing for the people.
Wow.
Sing for the people. You know what I mean? And spread that word, because trust me, we all could use a little upliftment sometimes. And sometimes it's just the music alone can do it.
Definitely. Definitely. So on Saturday at the Kuchuku Roots Festival, what exactly should fans expect from the great culture?
Well, all I can say from the great culture,
Yeah.
nothing but roots reality. Strictly roots uplifting, and come to be spiritually enlightened. You know what I mean? And to motivate your mind.
For example, what are some of the hits are you going to drop?
I know we're going to do Jaja See Them A Come,
Yeah.
Be Honest to Yourself, Addis Ababa, Peace and Love, International Herb. You know we have to legalize the marijuana. And we need to address that here also, because that's a part of our culture.
All right. So when it comes to Duane now, when I immediately stepped into the studio, everybody, was talking about Augustine. Augustine. A man walk up to me and say, Legacy, Augustine. I say, really? Apart from Augustine, which are some of the hits are you going to drop?
Tunes like Cottage in the Grill, Rastafari, Get Up In, and the Yeah, you know, the list goes on. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I have the grandfather over here, Uncle Jomesa. Father, the floor is yours.
Thanks, man. I mean, you guys, welcome. Thanks for making the effort. And I want to be clear. So you're going to play some of the old stuff, the stuff that you backed your dad on, as well as some of the new stuff that you've put out as well, yeah?
Yes. It's going to be a mixture of music.
Okay. So for you, what do you think, both of you, what is the music that you think really, like, was popular in Ghana? Do you know?
Well, basically, most of my dad's music, it's really hard.
Everything. I was going to say, everything
pinpoint a
culture.
song.
I'm telling you, everything culture from back in the day was a hit here.
Yeah.
Duane, for me, obviously, it's Cottage in the Grill, and there's one or two others. But there's a lot of stuff that you, a lot of other stuff that. For you? What is you say going to be your favorite three?
Possibly Augustone. I think I enjoy singing a song like Rastafari, and maybe Cottage in the Grill, because the ladies really like that.
The ladies.
Yeah, and I really like
the ladies.
What the ladies love to sing along with. You know what I mean? Because as much as we're trying to entertain, uplift, enlighten. You know what I mean? That's the cornerstone of the kind of music that I do. So people can come to a Duane Stephenson and Kenyatta Hill concert. And then when the evening is done, you can go home, wash your face, and go to church and know that you didn't sin the night before. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
See, so what do you think? Why do you think reggae music is so important in a place like Ghana? What do you think?
Because the experiences are parallel. We travel at same wavelength lines and energy. Our struggles are the same. Our needs are the same, so you find that the words, the names of the places might change or differ a little bit, but the experiences are usually the same. And it's one thing that I know about Jamaica. We've always been a part of the African struggle. That has never changed about Jamaica. Jamaica is always at the front of the Pan-African struggle. It's always that we came and we saw that, and I think that started even before Marcus Garvey, but definitely after, it was even a more powerful moving force amongst us, and that has never changed.
And for you, Kenyatta, what do you think?
Well, to be honest, it has always been, Africa has always been our driving force.
Right.
Because you have to remember, we are descendants of Africa. We speak the same kind of dialect.
Right.
We understand each other. We understand our struggles. And the music speaks for the people of the ghetto, not just the people of the ghetto.
Got you.
But it touches every corner. But most of all, for the ghetto people.
Mainly for the ghetto people.
Yes, mainly for the ghetto
for the
people.
Conscious people. people in the struggle.
People who are
people in the struggle.
Yeah, the oppressed.
Right. Okay.
I driving here this morning, I saw one guy. I know he has polio, but to see there is no form of way for them makes me realize that we are fighting the same struggles. And how do we help each other? Some of us has to be the voice, just like Asaase Radio is the voice of the people.
Right.
And they speak for the voiceless. They speak for the people in the ghetto. They make sure their voice gets to be heard.
Apart from your old man, influences. Who influenced you? Why? Okay, your dad's there. You love your dad, and you get into the music because you got your own talent, and you prove it. But what influenced you?
Well, me personally, what really influenced me in the music is that I was never a singer. My thing was recording engineer, production. And what influenced me to do production? Sound system. So I have that roots. I come from the sound system era, moved on into the studio, start doing recording, went to school, got my degree in recording arts and science, went back home, did that for over 20 years with my dad. And some of my influence are people like Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, my father, Eastwood Vibration, New Era, Duane Stephenson, Taurus Riley, the Morgan Heritage,
right.
you know what I mean, the Marley Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too many influences.
Just too many.
Duane, you have a little bit of an advantage. You know, you're in your own right. You are respected by many others. But definitely there's one or two people that maybe you thought, oh yeah, I can do that.
You know, I think mainly would be possibly Peter Tosh. You know, I just love what he stood for and his presence and how vocal he was about, you know, what he truly believed, you know. He's a man that went to jail for his belief. I mean, I can understand the situation with Bob Marley. It's the same thing, because he was basically shot because he was trying to bring peace amongst Jamaicans and not politicizing everyday situations, you know. But for him, just his charisma, you know. But beyond that, of course, you have a man like John Holt, which to me is one of the paramount voices in Jamaica. Like
Dennis Brown.
Dennis Brown and him.
Dennis Brown.
Those guys were excellent in their right. But in terms of a sheer vocal, I don't think there is a second to John Holt, even now.
Right. You're serious?
I mean? Listen,
nobody.
John Holt's voice was like glass, even like weeks before this man died, and he did a concert, and he sang the same notes exactly the same way as he did like 35 years ago.
Guys, where does that voice come from, though? You know, that not John Holt, because he's gone through all of the reggae artists. Trust me, the good ones, they all have this very unique island voice. Where does that voice come from?
Started from the little minute to touch down here, them cane fields, man.
It's from slavery days.
Yeah.
You sing it and you chopping that sugar cane.
No, but it's the voice, the whole thing, you know?
That's where it started.
It started in the fields.
Yeah.
Reggae music started out as sufferation, you know, because it started down a trench town and sing about.
Right.
We went through an era where we were singing over all them old American songs.
Right.
And then, you know, somebody got the great idea, one of our greats, that, listen, why we need to be singing about these things and so many things here in the country that's going wrong that we can really sing about to bring, you know, interest. Because, of course, back in the days, a poor man couldn't walk in a radio station. And a radio station in Kingston had mainly either white or half-white people. They don't want us in there.
But not even that alone.
But how we go and get the voice across?
But not
music.
even just that alone. Right. You remember now, we are Rastafarians.
Yeah.
We're liberated. But back in the days, they would have beaten us. Persecution for growing your hair. What kind of garbage is that?
Okay. What kind of garbage is that?
So let's go on the phone lines and pick like 2 or 3 calls.
Okay.
0200 009 951 0548 888 995. But I'd like to find out from both Duane and Kenyatta, is there any collaborations you're looking forward to with any Ghanaian artists?
Well, I've already done one with Black Prophet. You know what I mean? Years ago.
All right.
I mean, Big Up Prophet is a good friend of mine. I'm coming a far away. Like over 10 years. And then one, you know, been in the streets together. Even in Jamaica a couple of times and them kind of things. And in Europe, you know, so I have to big him up same way. But of course, you know, for me, it's just finding the right voice and the person with like-mind sensibility. You know what I mean? And that's important. We have to be making sure that we're walking on the same road. Because we don't want to just do a song just for the sake of doing a song. Because then that is just like white noise. We're not into that. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as Duane says, I'm into it. But it has to be in the right situation and the right circumstances. I'm not just going to record because I want to record or we could record, but we're open to it. The right voice and sentiment and the right thing, yes.
Before we wrap it up on the Kuchuku Roots Festival, you know, all right, I have a caller on the line. Hello.
Hey boy.
Blessed morning.
Yeah, man, good morning.
What is the name where you calling from?
Yeah, man, I call from Bodriase.
Bodriase.
Yes, sir.
We have Duane Stephenson and Kenyatta Hill in the studio.
Yeah, Yeah, man, you know, I just want to say I love the people them in the studio, you know.
Big up yourself,
Yeah,
brother.
man, I love them large, you know, because a long time I look on them, you know, you see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, so I just want to say big love and respect to Duane. Yeah, man, I love him bad, no.
Enough respect, my brother. Enough respect.
Yeah, man. Respect to him, large, all of them, you know.
All right.
Respect.
All right. Bless.
Yes,
All right.
Bless.
So you can also give us a call on 0548-888-995 or 0200-009-951. These are the lines for you to call in and talk to Duane and also Kenyatta Hill. Gentlemen, on Saturday, what are your expectations in terms of the Kuchuku Roots Festival?
For me, a great show, you know. For me, that's the one thing. Because ultimately, I'm an entertainer. You know, I try to put the best show forward every time because you never know when it's the last performance, you know. So you have to make it a memorable one. You know, I'm very easily embarrassed, so I make sure I'm always above board and in the best of form to try to present myself in such a manner, you know?
All right. I have someone on the phone. Hello.
Hello?
Please lower the volume on your radio set, okay?
I'm very happy to.
What is your name? What is your name? Where are you calling from?
On radio today in Ghana.
Respect. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ashama.
Ashaiman. All right. And your name is?
Oh, my favorite musician is Stephenson.
All right. All right.
Yeah, so I just want to call him and say I'm very happy for him coming to Ghana.
All right. Okay. Give thanks. Yeah? All right. All right. You can also give us a call and then talk to Duane and Kenyatta Hill in the studio right now. Duane, you were talking about your expectations and all that in terms of you know, what you want to see at the venue, the crowd coming in, you performing like it's your last performance, so you want to give it your all. All right, Kenyatta?
Hey, make it be your best every time you set foot on stage. And try to make sure that the people enjoy. Because without the people, we're nothing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
All right. It's 10. And we have to move from the studio. But before we go finally, all right. So last call up on the line. Hello.
Hello.
What is the name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, man, this is Irasta, you know.
Hey, Arasta. How are you doing, my brother?
Everything cool, you know.
How is Asaase?
I could say it's fine, you know. Long time, brother.
Long time, brother. we have Duane and Kenyatta Hill in the studio of Asaase Radio.
Yo, me say big up to themselves. Then thanks for coming to Ghana. We are all one, you know.
Yes, sir.
Jamaica and Ghana, we are all one.
Definitely.
So I wish them a very successful show. And big up to the Kuchuku Rhythm team.
All right.
And yourself.
Respect. Respect.
We wish them welcome stay in Ghana, you know.
Definitely. Give thanks.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Man.
Respect.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, Arasta, for the call. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. So before I leave the item finally, your words of encouragement to the whole of Ghana, because Ghana is listening to you, Africa is listening to you, and the world is watching.
Well, for me, just to say, you know, firstly, I like to say, enough thanks for always supporting our music. Not only myself, but just Jamaican music as a whole, you know. Yes. Big up on yourself for that because, you know, it means a lot. And stay strong for the young people, you know, stay out of trouble, educate yourself because an educated man will always make an educated and informed decision. Don't ever forget that. Anything that you're going to do in life, you're going to need education. Don't take it for a second-class thing because the bigger you get in anything you do, the bigger the contracts get. You know what I mean? You don't want the small things to keep you down.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? But blessings, enough love, and I hope to see you at the show if you can make it on Saturday. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Go beyond yourself and try to make it. It's going to be an enjoyable experience.
And I just want to say to the youths of Ghana, Africa, and the world, whatever you put your mind to, let no one dim your light. Never let no one tell you can't. Always put your best foot forward and keep stepping one foot in front of the other. you will achieve your goal and your success. Just keep pushing. Never stop. Keep out of trouble. Like Duane say, education is the key. Get a good education. Yep.
All right.
Yes, I.
Give thanks every time. I would like to say big respect to man like Basti, who is in tune. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is King Legacy. Saturday, the 8th of March at the La Pleasure Beach is the Kuchuku Roots Festival. And it's Duane, Kenyatta Hill, Black Rasta, and among others, live in concert. Come in and enjoy yourself. And with King Legacy as the MC, you know that you can't go wrong. I'm leaving the wheels of steel to Nanaya Mensa in the studio. King Legacy, Megan. Nanaya, come in, man. Come in, man. Come in, mama. Come in, mama. Come in.
And thanks so much to King Legacy for that fantastic interview with Duane Stephenson and Kenyatta Hill. I can feel myself already at Laboma Beach on the Saturday, hearing the fantastic sounds of our two gentlemen. Thank you so much for gracing us, the studio, with your presence this morning. And yes, it's been an overly exciting Asaase Breakfast Show. Even the moment where I completely overlooked a whole line of Lady Hobsons coming into the studio to tell us about their homecoming and their prize-giving ceremony. Bless gentlemen, I'm sure they'll stay for some pictures later on, but that's it from us. From me and Fritz, who's looking like he's lurking with intent. It's been intense.
You were going to give me something.
Sorry?
I thought you were going to give me something.
You thought you were giving me something. I'll give you something in a moment. You might not necessarily like what you
I know
get.
you. I know what you're
but
after,
thanks
but
to
it's fine.
Thanks to Fritz, thanks to Kujo, thanks to the Hobsons, thanks to Charity Idupong, and to Wilberforce, of course, and to the Backroom crew. And yes, join us again tomorrow morning, same time, 5:45. Don't be late. Stay tuned for Asaase Cafe coming up on 99.5, 98.5, 100.3 and 99.7. And have a fantastic morning.
Asaase Breakfast Show.